It was supposed to be a joke. That's what they whispered behind her back when Emily wheeled herself into the cozy little restaurant on a Friday night, dressed in a soft blue dress that matched her hopeful eyes. Her coworkers had convinced her to try a blind date after months of saying no. They said the man was kind, handsome, and successful, a perfect gentleman. But what Emily didn't know was that they never expected the man to actually show up. Emily had been paralyzed from the waist down since the accident 3 years ago. It had taken every ounce of courage just to say yes to dinner. Her heart pounded as she checked her phone. No message, no call. Minutes passed, then an hour. The waiter gave her a pitying smile as he refilled her glass of water. She smiled back, pretending it didn't hurt. But across the restaurant, a man was watching. Daniel, a single dad and the CEO of a tech company, was having dinner with his business partners when he noticed her. Alone, nervously adjusting the hem of her dress, smiling through what was clearly disappointment. Something in him stirred, something human, something protective. He excused himself mid-conversation and walked toward her table. "Hi," he said gently. "You must be Emily?" She blinked, startled. Yes. Are you?" "Daniel," he said, sliding into the seat across from her with a warm smile. "I'm so sorry I'm late." Emily's heart skipped. "Wait, you're the one from the dating app?" Daniel nodded, though he wasn't. He just couldn't stand seeing her sit there alone, humiliated by someone's cruelty. "Traffic was crazy," he added as if it were true. For a moment, she just stared at him, unsure whether to believe this stranger. But then his kindness disarmed her. He didn't look at her chair. He looked at her. He asked about her favorite books, her job as a graphic designer, the kind of music she liked. Slowly, she began to laugh. Really laugh. For the first time in months. Meanwhile, Daniel's phone buzzed under the table. It was his daughter's babysitter texting about bedtime. He typed back quickly, then looked up and caught Emily's curious glance. "Sorry," he said softly. "Single dad duty." Her smile widened. "How old is she?" 7, smart, stubborn, and already the boss of the house. That's when Emily's walls began to crumble. The way he spoke about his daughter, with tenderness and pride, reminded her of everything she'd lost, but also everything still possible. And for Daniel, the way she listened, really listened, felt like sunlight breaking through clouds. Hours slipped by unnoticed. The restaurant emptied. At one point, she dropped her napkin, and without hesitation, Daniel knelt to pick it up. But instead of just handing it back, he gently placed his hand over hers and smiled. "You know," he said quietly, "whoever stood you up tonight made the biggest mistake of his life." Her throat tightened. No one had ever said something like that. Not since the accident, not since she'd stopped believing anyone could look at her without pity. She tried to speak, but the words caught in her chest. Outside, the night was cool, the streetlights painting silver halos on the pavement. Daniel insisted on walking her to her car. As he wheeled her chair to the curb, she looked up and whispered, "You didn't have to do this." "I know," he said, "but I wanted to." Before he could open her door, a familiar voice echoed from across the street. 2 of her coworkers laughing, phones in hand, filming. "Oh my God, it actually worked!" One of them snickered. "He thinks she's his date." Emily froze. Her face went pale. But Daniel turned, his eyes cold as steel. He walked up to them slowly and said, "You should be ashamed. You don't humiliate people for your amusement. You're not just cruel. You're empty." Their laughter died instantly. He deleted their video, turned back, and without another word, took Emily's trembling hand. As they stood there under the soft glow of the streetlight, something shifted, something pure, real, and unexpected. Daniel didn't see a wheelchair. He saw a woman with strength, humor, and grace. And for the first time in years, Emily didn't feel broken. When he finally asked, "Would you like to have dinner again sometime? A real one this time?" She smiled through tears and nodded. And just like that, what started as a cruel joke became the beginning of something beautiful.